Hi friends, I am painting a dog portrait today. This is the photo I end up using because it has a pretty clear light source. And I have decided to paint the dog first. And in painting the dog, I want to take care of its eyes first. That's not I normally paint, but for this project, that's how I decided to paint, because the dog is going to be the absolute center of the focus for this piece. And also because I'm not putting the dog in the center of the composition, I want the darkest and the lightest color to be where the dog is, and more specifically to be on its eye, to draw viewers' attention. And because of I'm taking a risk on the composition. This is a oblong horizontal layout. It's 18 by 36. I'm putting the dog, the main subject, at the right side, close to the edge. It's completely unconventional, but there are many ways I can make sure it is the center of the attention. For example, in this case, the biggest contrast is going to be for the dog, its eyes. And then I'm going to try my best, make it look lively and realistic. I'm using a 3/4 inch flat brush to sculpt the shape with paint. Now the dog is almost done. As you can see, I already lay down the blocks of colors, and you see the edges are pretty straight and clean. Edges of the lounge chair and the pool, so I do need some greenery to soften the line. Also, in terms of perspective, there will be two vanishing points. One is a little bit above the dog. The other one is outside of the picture. Both are on the horizon. As you can see here, I'm painting the wave on the pool water. And even those highlights has to follow the perspective, because I want this painting to look realistic. So the shape of those highlights has to follow the perspective, which has two vanishing points. And the color has to be following the aerial perspective. It looks the color looks unnatural, but don't worry. Once I'm done, it will be very subtle. And it is very time consuming, takes patience. While I'm working on the detail, I have to always keep in mind perspective, perspective, perspective. So again, it's a controlled chaos. There is an underlying rule there, which is perspective, both the line and the aerial perspective. And the figure standing by the pool has a story behind it. What happened is, the clues I got for this portrait of the dog is, first and foremost, the dog's name is Leia, which is named after Princess Leia of Star Wars. The first clue. Second clue is out, O-U-T. Third clue is, this patron's previous dog lived to a very old age, And the dog used to spend most of his time lounging by the pool. That is why I come up with this layout. You see, the robot is standing by the pool ready to serve its master. And even though the pool is in a confined space, it is against the backdrop of nature. You see the ocean and the island in the distance and the sky. It is in the nature. Perhaps that will satisfy the second clue, out, O-U-T. Again, this is just painted recently during shelter in place. I'm sure most people would be yearning to go out. So, the metal highlights. So every light, all the light source is coming. There's only one light source in nature, by the way. And this, in this painting, first and foremost, as you see, I paid so much attention to paint the dog, which has a light source coming from upper left. So that light source has to be the only light source throughout the whole piece, including on this robot, on the surface reflection of the pool water, on the partition of the pool. You see the shadow cast by the partition onto the pool, and also cast by the robot onto the pool. It will be less strong once I'm done. I hope to capture the characteristic of metal. Now I'm adding a little bit more detail onto the concrete pool deck and the lounge chair. A little bit more detail onto the plants behind the dog, and here is our lucky dog staring mysteriously into the sky with a grin. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.